tutorial request for a friend who was inspired by Mauve's intro for Katie Darling MSP. This is a recreation of Mauve's editing, so it won't be as good as her because she's like 100 times better, but this is the closest I could get. And so yeah, all credits to her. I'll leave time frame specific parts of the video in the description box and on the screen so that you can skip to the point that you would like to watch. This After Effects template is completely free, but if you do use it, please credit me, and the link to download it is in the description box below. And colors and picture may be changed, and if you do wish to learn how to make it, just keep on watching. So to start off, you want to make a new solid, and this will be your gradient background. And on layer style, click gradient overlay and click edit gradient to change your colors, usually from light to dark, and change the style to radial so that it's circular. And I'm going to change the angle so that it widens and looks more natural and blended out. And you can edit it to however you prefer. Now you want to make another solid, and this will be the circle outline. So on generate, click circle so that you can get a circle, and then on the edge you want to change it to thickness so that it will only be an outline and not the fill-in circle. Now you want to import your background, and hers is a polka dot, so I just want a polka dot. And using the pen tool on the top, just outline it and trace around the circle while you click on your polka dot background. Now just import your avatar from MSP with a green screen and size it and use key light to get rid of the green screen. Now add a stroke outline so that it matches the white outline, and I'm going to put it on top of the circle and just use the pen tool again to outline around the circle and cut off anything that doesn't belong there. And there you go. And then what you want to do is pre-compose it so that it's not as crowded and messy. And I'm going to scale it down a little by clicking S on my keyboard and setting my first keyframe on position. The first keyframe will be where it started in the middle, and the next keyframe is moving to the left. And I'm going to motion blur it and easy ease it so that it's smooth. And then you want to make your white little chunk background with your subscribe and channel name. So I'm going to make a new white solid and size it down, move the anchor point to the very left middle end so that it, when you scale it, it'll look nicer. And set your first keyframe, and it's going to be smaller like how it is on the screen. And when the circle fully moves to the left, you want to scale it up by moving the red square and parent link it to the circle avatar so it follows it, and easy ease everything and motion blur it. If you are not satisfied with how fast it is or how slow it is, just highlight the two last keyframes, and the closer you put it, the faster it is, the further, the slower. Now import the YouTube logo, and I'm going to change the opacity down to 42 so it's not as opaque. And I'm going to set the opacity in position where the circle ends, and on the beginning of where I want it to start, move it down diagonally and set the opacity to 0 so that it pops up. Adjust the keyframes to your liking and easy ease it. Now make a text layer, and I'm going to use the font Arial, and I'm going to make the opacity lighten, and I'm going to parent link it to the YouTube logo. And now it's going to follow it and pop up. With the red bar of the text, I'm going to move it down so that it doesn't interfere with the circle. I'm going to duplicate that text layer and type in the amount of subscribers I have and make it smaller and align it with the text. And now you have this. So moving on to the subscribe button, you want to change the opacity down again to whatever you prefer, along with the size, and move it so that it's in the bottom of your text bar. And for the intro, the subscribe button doesn't come with the white bar, like it doesn't follow it. So we're going to set our own position and opacity, go a little frames back, move it diagonally down, and set the opacity to 0 so that it pops up like so. Adjust everything to your liking and make sure everything is easy ease and motion blurred. And this is what you should have so far. Now I'm going to add this mouse cursor that I made on my own in a Google Drive. So if you don't have it, just use that. Align it with the subscribe button, and with the subscribed of your channel, you're going to align it with the red and parent link it to that button as well. And you want it to show up when the mouse cursor hits the subscribe button. So you just want to split the layers so that the timing is right with the cursor, and it should be like this. For someone that couldn't give a fuck about me, Okay, so next we are going to close the circle and the bar. To do that, you want to parent everything that was on top of the white bar to the white bar so that it follows it, and just copy and paste your frames from the beginning so that it just goes back to normal. However, you want to make sure that on the white bar it goes inside the circle and closes so that it disappears. Now to change like the color bars, you want to make a new solid of whatever color you want, and I'm going to use the grids to help my guidance, and I'm going to cover half of it and copy it and cover the other half, and set my 2 keyframes where I want it to stop. So I'm going to click position and set my keyframes, and then I'm going to move back, and it's going to go, one's going to go left and one's going to go right, so it's going to like pop up at the same time like so. And there you go. And make sure you ease it, motion blur, adjust it if you want it, and yeah. And to finish it off, we're going to rotate the circle, so set your keyframe on rotation, which is R, and on your next frame, which is like 5 frames forward, just move it to 180 or however you want it, and you're done.